G'day guys, this is BroadcastingBecause back with episode number 7 of Pompey's Road to the Top. I can't believe we're already this far into the series, but today we have 4 matches for you, including the big one against West Bromwich Albion in round 3 of the Carling Cup. Been looking forward to that one, but first off, we travel off to Doncaster for an away fixture. For what should be a regulation win for us today, I decided to start Eric Club up there with Jamie Mackie as well. My patience is seriously running out for Eric Club, and he started okay with a lovely touch through to a shot, but to be honest, his highlights were very few and far between. He just wasn't committed to the ball, and most of his efforts were not great on goal at all. Very unlucky there, Jamie Mackie to just hit the post, and to their credit, Doncaster were really competitive throughout the first half. They were able to keep us scoreless, and at half-time we went in at 0-0. I don't know how many saw it coming, but Doncaster broke away from us in the second half, and they absolutely took control of the game. They had a lot of shots on target, but they really should have had a few goals on the board. Just short of the hour mark, Bagayoko breaks away, finds a way through our defence, and slots it past Henderson in the bottom right corner. Doncaster, the team who is second last on the table, is up ahead of Portsmouth, who's sitting at 7th. Benjani comes in, he has a decent shot from outside. I brought on Dave Kitson for Jamie Mackie, who wasn't proving to be too effective, but it was Benjani who climbed over the defender and nodded it in from inside the penalty area. Brilliant from Benjani. He's just playing so well for me at the moment. All of a sudden we were back in the game. Enter Agami Badu crossing to Dave Kitson with a diving header to put us in front in the 82nd minute. We'd scored 2 goals in 5 minutes, and we were on the verge of stealing this one out of Doncaster's grasp. Just to make sure we didn't give anything away, I brought on Halford for Etuhu with not long to go, and that's when it fell to pieces. Pearce gave away a penalty in injury time. 90 minutes plus 1, the referee banishes a yellow card, and looking at the replay, yeah, it was a penalty. There's not really much that I can complain about there. It all rests on Henderson. The young man of 23 saves the penalty and wins the game for Portsmouth. The 23-year-old who I gave a chance stepped up in injury time of the 90th minute and stole the 3 points from Doncaster when they were at home. Couldn't be happier. To be honest, I was a bit disappointed that we were really troubled by Doncaster in the first place, but to get the win under tight circumstances, I really can't complain. Well, we're back at Fratton Park for the second match of this episode, taking on Barnsley, a team who's sitting very nicely in the middle of the table at around 11th position, and we would really like to get another win at home. If we can make winning at home a constant thing throughout the season, then hopefully that will be a big part of our success. As we have done in recent times, we started well defensively, with Gentiletti making a few crucial tackles at the back. Jamie Mackie did get a couple of breaks up forward, that was really the only decent one, and with Palos back in between the sticks, he did exceptionally well to keep out a couple of chances early. Jamie Mackie once again unlucky there to just hit the post after being saved by the keeper. Not sure how that wasn't called a foul, as Dave Kitson was clearly just bundled over. And again, another good display from our defenders, shutting down the Barnsley offence, and we went into half-time at 0-0. If I was to take anything out of the last few matches, it would be that we just haven't really been able to score. We've had a lot of opportunities, but most of our matches have ended with just 1 or 2 goals in them, and that's something that I would like to change. But regardless of scoring goals, it's not conceding goals that I've been extremely happy with. That is an exceptional save from Palos, A-grade stuff, and that's why he is just doing so well for me at the moment. Unfortunately though, Perkins did get a break, but how about that from Palos once again? This guy's just making so many excellent saves, and in the 88th minute, when all looked lost, Luke Varney steps up. I brought him on as a sub, and look at this, on the volley, bam, top corner. When I thought we'd have to settle for a point, he stole the 3 from Barnsley, and another game, another victory, 1-0. It's not really convincing, but hey, a win's a win, and I'll take as many as we can get. Well, after a late winner from Luke Varney gave us the 3 points against Barnsley, it was now time for the big match of this episode, our third round League Cup tie against the Premiership side in West Bromwich Albion. I was going to take no chances for this match. We played Benjani and Kitson up forward with our informed goalkeeper Palos playing in between the sticks. We knew that to stand any chance in this match we would have to take the game to West Brom. Furthermore, we'd have to defend really well. Gentiletti and Agumeng Badu lending a hand at the back as well were excellent in defence throughout the first half, keeping them to so few decent opportunities through on goal. Now have a look at this run from Agumeng Badu, steals the tackle, finds Benjani, he's away in front of the Portsmouth crowd and stop. Now guys, I'm sorry. I have gone this whole series without scoring a blatantly sweaty goal. In the third round of the Carling Cup against a Premiership side, I couldn't take any chances. I had to do it. And Kitson scored the sweaty goal to put Portsmouth up 1-0 over West Bromwich Albion at home. I'm sorry, but it had to be done. So we're up 1-0 and Benjani is away again. It's like deja vu, but I felt so bad doing it the first time I couldn't do it again. And Benjani took the shot on himself, but was denied by Forster. Trust the PC to come back and try to score a sweaty goal of their own, but how about Gentiletti putting his body on the line for the team to block it out of the way? He's become a really good find at the back. And believe it or not, that's how we went into half-time. Portsmouth were beating West Bromwich Albion 1-0 at half-time at home in dreadful conditions. That is simply fantastic. As the second half came, West Brom started to press forward a lot more, but in this sloppy, scrappy match, decent shots were really hard to come by. There were very few shots for both sides as Gira came on in the 60th minute, but we were just struggling really. Benjani had a couple of chances, but none of them were that fantastic. Palos was really troubled at the back, and I thought, you know, I don't want to win this on a sweaty goal. So Benjani, who else did you expect really, in the 75th minute, scores another goal for Portsmouth. We are 2-0 up over West Bromwich Albion. Again, a Premiership side that is just so fantastic. I'm so happy with the way that we played in this match. I bring on Atuhu and Jamie Mackey purely because of fitness, and in the 89th minute, West Brom did have a chance to bring themselves slightly back into the game. Webster came on just as a slightly more defensive move, but we were able to run out winners, 2-0 victors over West Bromwich Albion to knock them out and progress to the 4th round of the League Cup. I am so happy with that performance. We really dominated West Brom. They were never really in the game. Shots still a problem. Not very many of them coming for us, but considering the way that we defended and we still got a good result, I really couldn't be happier. The good news is that I wasn't the only one who was pleased with our tournament performance. The Portsmouth board decided to grant us with an extra £2,000 to use in the transfer budget for the next window. So with that win over West Brom, we progress to the 4th round of the League Cup, where we will take on fellow Championship side Watford. The surprise package probably of the whole competition is how well Leyton Orient have done from League One. They will play Fulham and some other decent matches there as well. The 4th and final match of this episode, as well as the last match of the month, came up against Coventry City away from home. We did travel. Henderson would start in goal against a team that is currently in the relegation zone at 23rd. It was a match which we are expected to pick up the 3 points, but after a lot of football being played and the players' stamina extremely low, we knew that this would be no straightforward, easy task. We're going against the predictions on paper. Coventry City started pretty well. Henderson was troubled a few times, particularly off this break where he had to really work to outmark Eastwood to clear the ball away. To their credit, Coventry City had the bulk of the attacking movements up forward, with Eric Kusiklep making a vital clearance, and I do not know how they didn't score there. About 4 shots within a very small period of time. Henderson was nowhere for most of them. And then we conceded a penalty. Of all times to concede a penalty, it was in one of the matches which we should be getting points from, probably should be getting the full 3 points, and we give away a pretty lax penalty. So Eastwood steps up, and I don't know whether it was arrogance or trying to be smart, but he just chipped it straight over the bar. Henderson was nowhere to be found, and he keeps his unbeaten record in penalties going, yet to be beaten this season. Very happy with the way he's coming along, the young man. That is, of course, unbeaten in the proper season and not in the pre-season. So as the game went on, we really only started to trouble Coventry City's defence in the last 25 minutes or so. Benjani came on but was to little effect, and there were a few chances late in the game to steal the 3 points for both sides. Coventry City probably having the best of them, with Henderson again being called into action several times to make some decent saves. The defence helping out there as well. This one's probably the best chance that Coventry City had. They had 2 bites at the cherry, neither of them falling well. Etuho unleashed one which forced a very good save from the Coventry City keeper. Martin and Husseklep came off for Ward and Kitson. Eric Husseklep, I don't know what to do with him. And Ward had an instant impact, hitting the crossbar from a long way out. And unfortunately, we did have one final chance, but Kitson's knocked off the ball, and that's how it ended. Scoreless draw at Coventry City. Considering that our players were so tired and so fatigued, it's not a terrible result, but I am a bit disappointed that against such a low-rated side, we couldn't bring out all the 3 points. It's time now, guys, to announce the goal of the month, and let me tell you, there were some beauties scored this month, but the one that I ended up going with was this screamer from 32 yards from David Norris. It won us the game against Nottingham Forest and sent us into the 3rd round of the League Cup. Look at that, an absolute screamer, and into the top corner as well. That is an absolutely marvellous goal. The vice-captain David Norris has played very well for us of late in the midfield, and that is just about the highlight of his season so far. Choosing player of the month was a lot harder. I could have gone with Agumeng Badu, I could have gone with Benjani or Kitson or Palos or someone like that, but I decided to go with one of the unsung heroes, and I went this time with Santiago Gentiletti playing as centre back. He was instrumental in our back 4, playing so well. He made a lot of crucial tackles, and that one there pretty much the highlight of his season so far since bringing him in during the transfer window. Very happy with his signing and very happy with the way that he's contributing to the team. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. That is the end of episode 7 of Pompey's Road to the Top. We're making progress with this series. Really happy with the way that we're going so far. Thank you so much for all your support, guys. If you like this video, please do leave a like. It really does help, and I appreciate it so much. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Be sure to watch out for the next episode when it lands. Cheers, guys. Stay tuned.